Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy, I'm Chris the Don One, and I am back with another video. We're gonna be talking about Drake's Duppy Freestyle. I guess this is a clap back at Pusha-T. We're also gonna be talking about Pusha T's latest album, Daytona, what I thought about it, and we're gonna talk about the state of hip hop. Okay. Without further ado, let's get into this. Pusha T shot a line at Drake on infrared, basically saying that, which is true, Drake don't even write his best raps. I mean, he don't even write his songs. And when I heard that line, I just knew Drake was going to respond. Now, to me, for anyone in 2018 to still talk about Drake not writing his own songs, that's like saying the sky is blue. Okay, you know, even a blind man can see this. Okay, I mean, you know, if you want to take a shot at him and you want to use that into your arsenal when you diss Drake, that's cool. All right, but to me, we all know this. Now, Drake responded with the Duppy Freestyle. And to me, the hype surrounding this song was bigger than the song itself. I mean, if you take away social media, if you take away all the social media memes and the tweets, the retweets, even celebrities chiming in on this freestyle, if you take all that away and just look at the song for what it is, it's just an average diss song. Okay, when you look at all-time best diss songs, all-time best clapback diss songs in hip-hop, the songs you can just shoot right off your membrane is Jack the Ripper, Ether, Hit 'Em Up, Back to Back. Those songs, 20, 40 years from now, people are going to be still playing these songs. I don't see the Duppy Freestyle being played 10 years from now, or even 5 years from now. When you compare this song to Back to Back, Back to Back is more it has more replay value today than the Duppy Freestyle. I just think everybody is getting intoxicated and getting drunk off the hype of, social media. Nobody's not really paying attention to the song. Let's chime in on the song. Okay, Drake noted in the song about Quentin Miller. Okay, that was one of Drake's ghostwriters. He also talked about the age of Pusha T, an old man following an older man, basically talking about, Kanye. And that was the only two combination blows I heard out of the whole diss song. I mean, it's not even on the same stratosphere as Back to Back. Okay? The state of hip hop and hip hop news. This must be a slow news day. Well, this dropped around the weekend and last week. It must be it must not be a lot to talk about other than the Daytona album. The Daytona album is fire, okay? With, 7 songs. You're putting a lot of pressure on your album, and all you produce is 7 songs. So it better be fire. And it's a fire record, and it's going to be Pusha T's biggest record. Okay, I think this is going to be that's going to be the album that's going to be in heavy rotation over the summer. Okay, but if you're talking about the Duppy Freestyle, I really didn't see anything that make you go, ooh, he said this about Pusha T. He said that about Pusha T. Okay, like you did with Meek Mills with Back to Back. I can, talk about lines from Back to Back about Meek Mills than this Duppy Freestyle. Hell, Pest Control. That was the game's clap back at Meek Mills. That joint is more hotter than the Duppy Freestyle. Okay, so the replay value in the Duppy Freestyle, I just don't see it. It's an average diss record. Okay, and everybody's waiting for Pusha-T to respond. But if Pusha-T responds, then he's going to fall into the trap of Drake. People seem to forget when he had his problems with Meek Mills, he came with a diss record, his first diss record at Meek Mill. It was all right. It wasn't hot. Then Meek Mills tried to respond, and that's when he came back with the back-to-back. He already had back-to-back in the chamber. He already recorded back-to-back. He just wanted to put out that first diss record so Meek Mills can respond, and then 24 hours later, he comes back-to-back, and the rest, they say, is history. Okay? So Pusha T is not going to fall into that same trap. If anything, he's going to ride the wave of this this overhyped popularity of this Duppy Freestyle, and people are going to connect. They're going to connect the dots. They're going to listen to this, then they're going to listen to Infrared, and they're going to listen to the Daytona album, and that's going to make more clicks for the Daytona album, more sales for the Daytona album, more popularity for the Daytona album, and so forth. Okay? If anything, Pusha T is going to make money off of this overhype of the Duppy Freestyle. Now, I say all that to say this. At the end of the day, when you look at Pusha T and you look at Drake, they're businessmen. All they caring about is promoting their songs. You know, Drake's gonna come out with something over the summer. Okay. Pusha T is advertising and pushing heavily the Daytona album, and people are gonna stop talking about this in the next couple of weeks, and they're gonna move on and gravitate to the next overhyped current event, the state of affairs of social media. I think social media talking about it is when you talk about this freestyle, there's more entertainment in social media talking about it with their social media memes about this freestyle than the song itself. The song itself is just an average song. I'm not going to say it's hot garbage. I'm not going to say it's garbage. Okay, but I get where Gilly the Kid was coming from, and I sort of get what DJ Academic is talking about when they reviewed this record. You know, there's nothing disrespectful in this record, and he did the classic one-on-one what Nicki Minaj did to Remy Ma. Okay, when Remy Ma came out with that Sheether. And then Nicki Minaj come up with that No Flaws. That No Flaws is not even a good diss record, but it's a good club record. It's a good anthem for Nicki Minaj fans, but it's not a good diss record. And when you listen to the content in that diss record, she wasn't even really going in on Remy Ma. She was talking about her album sales. She's talking about the latest fashion, Prada, all this other stuff that has nothing to do with rap battle, the essence of rap battle itself. Your delivery, your cadences, the way how you the way how you use your words. Okay? Twisting your words around, twisting your lyrics around. Okay? It had nothing to do with that. It was more so about Nicki Minaj talking about she's rich. And she's so rich, she's buying all this latest hot fashion. And, I mean, there was really nothing disrespectful or clap back, at Remy Ma. This is the same type of resume from No Flaws to the Duppy Freestyle. So, I feel like this is the blueprint for all the younger rappers to learn from. Okay, it's not about your cadence. It's not about your livery, your lyrics, your delivery. It's none of that stuff. It's not the essence of rapping itself. It's more so about being braggadocious, talking about what you have, what they don't have. Okay, switching the script, so to say, talking about, you know, other things besides the lyrics itself, the contents of itself. Okay, that's why. When you know, as far as Drake go, I'm a huge Drake fan. I think Drake is the best entertainer out there. But Drake never said this, and I will never say this. You know, Drake is never going to be considered the hottest rappers of all time. He's never going to crack the top 10 list or the top 5 list. The only way he's going to crack that list is the essence of social media. Social media is going to dictate who is the hottest rapper by, you know, rating it on other things besides the contents of the lyrics itself. Okay? And that's where people have pretty much stepped aside and moved away from. You know, nobody's talking about the delivery, the cadences, the metaphors. You know, everyone's talking about, you know, oh, that beat's a club beat, that beat's a trap beat. Okay, it's an anthem for their fans. It's not about what you're saying about the other artists, you know, so much so. Okay, so, you know, I'm not gonna diss this song. I felt like it missed out on its potential. I think if Drake would have took his time a little bit more, this could have been a good to great diss record. Okay, but it's hard to duplicate. And if you are a real hip hop historian, it's hard to duplicate your last diss record. Okay, you're never going to be as good as your first diss record. You know, Nas been dissing people for years, but that Ether is the shit. He's never going to duplicate another diss record that's going to be similar or going to be better than Ether. Okay, and I'm not saying that the Duppy Freestyle should have been similar or better than back to back, but if people are really honest and true with themselves and believe in themselves, they would just say to themselves, it's just an average diss record. Okay, average at best. Okay, so, you know, the hype was bigger, had more legs, had more motivation than the song itself. The song itself is okay. The beat he picked is okay, but I felt like there was not a lot of substance in that song, and he really didn't go in on Pusha-T, other than them two things I mentioned earlier in this video. Okay, so, you know, I take nothing away from Drake. I think Drake's the hottest, you know, artist out there, the hardest entertainer out there. His you know, business savvy is top notch. Okay, you know how he got away from Baby, man. You know, because if he didn't have a lot of business savvy, he would still be allowing Baby to reap the rewards of his success. You know, Drake is now bigger now than he was 5 years ago. All right, so you know, I like Drake. I have nothing against Drake, but, you know, I gotta call it like I see it. This diss record is really not even a diss record. You know, the Pusha-T, what he said in Infrared, I mean, yeah, he shot at Drake, but we all know about that. We all know Drake doesn't necessarily write his material. Okay, we know that. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about something else. Now, if you want to add that on the other things you want to talk about Drake for, then cool. All right, but it is what it is. But guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's your boy. I'm Christy Dom 1, and I am out of here. Deuces.